Greetings, Japan fans. In today's show, we are looking at short-tempered leaders like me. Maishu, arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, committed to your success, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, a best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. We are broadcasting around the world from Minato-ku in the cooking, extremely hot center of Tokyo, the leadership capital of Japan. This podcast brings insights, examples, experience about leading in Japan. Trust me, it is different here. If you have feedback on the show or have preferences, then let us know. Don't forget to rate, give it a 5-star, review, write nice things about it, subscribe, make sure you get it every week, and share this podcast with others who are just making a complete mess of leading. And it might just be leading in Japan, because 95% of what I talk about applies everywhere. But I'm talking also about the 5% that applies here in Nippon. Okay, now, this is our daily lineup on iTunes for our podcast. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentation Japan series. Now, every second Tuesday, we have the Business Tachijin no Oshier program. Wednesdays, we have the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. And every second Thursday, we have the Business Pro Podcasto program. And Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, we have Japan's top business interviews. Now, before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase is atta. I found it. You know, when you're looking for something and you're asking someone, do you see my watch? Or do you see where I left my phone? Or can I find my glasses? And then you find it. You tell them, atta, atta, atta. I have it. Is literally what it means. I have it. But just atta, I found it. Atta, atta. If you were with a client and you were looking for some materials, a flyer, or some tool is important in the meeting, you're not going to say atta in front of a client. You're going to say something like, arimashita, or mitsukerimashita, something like that. I found it, or I had it. Much more polite. But amongst friends, atta, 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 atta. This is episode number 376. And today we are talking about short-tempered leaders like me explode during COVID-19. Leadership is stressful during normal times. Dramatically different situations being enforced to deal with COVID-19, such as working from home, just adds to the stress. The current business revenues may be underwater. You may now owe the Japanese government a sizable chunk of cash just to keep the firm alive. The strain may be apparent, or it may be quietly building up like a cartoon pressure cooker about to explode. Folklore says, as we get older, our tempers get shorter. So if that is true for older leaders, now exposed to more than usual stress, this might be a dangerous cocktail being shaken rather than stirred. My wife assures me that as I have gotten older, my temper has quickened. Personally, I can't notice it. But like most things, she's probably right. Is it because we're getting closer to falling off the perch? Do we have less patience with everything in our flickering twilight years on this planet? I'm sure there is many a psychologist thesis written on this subject, but I will rely on my wife's anthropological insights from her study of the aging captive Aussie male. With the team being at home, or part of the team being at home, the simple coordination of things has become a lot more complex. Also, Learning the new tech tools to coordinate things has added a layer of opaqueness to getting things done. I find that I have to spend a lot more time keeping myself up to speed on what is going on and in keeping my team appraised of the latest developments. Actually, I find this quite annoying, and I feel like I'm having to waste my valuable time. I belong to Tokyo Rotary, and the Rotary symbol is a cogwheel with the spokes radiating out from the center to the rim. This was a coordination tool invented by Paul Harris in Chicago 115 years ago. In those days, each profession had a guild where only people from the same profession mingled. Harris saw the need to have an organization to allow people in business to mingle with others from quite disparate industries. With working from home now the norm, the leader tends to become the center of the wheel spokes, but there is no connecting rim anymore, or a weaker rim connection is in place. Everyone reports into the boss, and the boss deals with people in a linear fashion. The connecting rim is missing, but it is critical to keeping everyone informed of events. Of course, in this environment, things start to drift. Messages are not getting through. In this new world, individuals are now free to freelance, making their own decisions and taking the organization off course. Find out more when we come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do highly tailored, very custom in-house programs. We do these in our super safe classroom. We do them in our online environment. We do them in Japanese. We do them in English. Now, today's show is sponsored by our Virtual Selling Mastery Program. This is a new program. It's designed to help salespeople who are just really failing at the moment. They're not doing well in the online environment. They're struggling. They're not bringing in the revenues. They're not keeping up with clients. They're really having a hard time of it. It's a 5-session program. Each session is 3 hours long. First session will be on September the 24th. Then we go October 1, October 8, 15, and 22. So 5 sessions, 3 hours each. Awesome program, specifically designed for the current problem. Also on the 24th, we're offering time management as an online program. On the 28th and 29th of September, we're doing our high impact presentation course. If you're a leader and you haven't gotten around to studying leadership presentation skills, you are crazy, baby. This is a core skill, core communication skill. This is one of the key soft skills for leaders. How do you get people to come with you if you can't communicate with them at a super high level that's really persuasive? That's what we do over 2 days in this program. It's 2 instructors. Everything's videoed. It's unbelievable. This is the Rolls Royce of presenting. If you're a leader and you haven't done this course, you are nutso. Get on the program, 28th, 29th September, high impact presentations. Don't miss out. Our website is at enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. Email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, we have over 1,000 for you at Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We're releasing 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premiere business show in Japan, comes out every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have Japan's Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, we release Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders from SMEs, small and medium enterprises, all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on the topic of leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. Get my book, Japan Sales Mastery, that's the Bible for selling in Japan, and my other book, Japan Business Mastery. Welcome back. As the boss, none of this is telegraphed to you. It is subterranean and just creeps up on you. Blissful ignorance reigns until it doesn't. You discover that what you thought was occurring actually isn't. In fact, it's not even close to what it should be. Does steam start pouring out of your ears like a Disney cartoon character? The next phone call from the boss will be a doozy for sure, as retribution is sought and the guilty punished. For people in my age bracket, how's that short temper going at this point? People not doing what they are supposed to be doing is another ear steamer. Your instructions were clear, or so you thought. The result is not what was expected. The individual in question now gets questioned. Actually, probably gets more like an interrogation. No one emerges happier at the end of this conversation than at the beginning. The result is often a lot of heat generated and not much light. Another explosive is the mistake made. Errors are never great in business, but in this free-range, work-from-home world, the chances of errors occurring goes up. Normal office interactions allow for a lot more communication and consultation. In Japan, spinach has been the usual answer, horen-so. This is a play on words, as horen-so means spinach, as well as reporting. Hokoku, renraku, sodan. Each element of the compound word means reporting, contacting, and seeking guidance from the boss. Horen-so can easily dry up, though, when operating online, and people start making incorrect decisions. As stressful as it is for the boss, it is probably more stressful for the team. They are stuck at home, often with small children who haven't quite mastered the concept of mum and dad are here working, rather than being available to them whenever they want. The team don't have as much communication with their colleagues as before, so isolation can become an issue. This is stressful. Problems will arise. How we respond to them is the key. If you find your ear steam machine is at full throttle, then time to reflect. Try using a cushion. Some interval between when we hear some news we don't like or discover some issues we didn't even know is an issue and our response, it might just be to take a walk around the house or around the block to calm down. It might be to schedule a response for much later, rather than immediately picking up the phone and going after the guilty party. It might be keeping calm, asking questions and speaking, and not trying to complete the business at hand in that meeting. Get the facts, the nitty-gritty detail, and then take some time to digest what you will do about it and arrange a follow-up meeting for later. We know all of this, but we forget in the heat of the moment. None of this is new, but it isn't going away anytime soon either. We have to allow for our short tempers, explosive rage, and frustration as a fact. That will be there. Having a breaker to the short temper circuit will help everyone, especially me. Remember, in life, everyone is carrying a heavy load. So, let's be more long-term oriented, tolerant, patient, and forgiving. Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, and tell your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share this podcast. Rate 5 stars on iTunes. Review, write something nice. Subscribe. Click on subscribe so you get it every week. And share this podcast with other people who are probably struggling to be leading their teams as well. You'll know who they are. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Lots of great stuff on our website at enjapan.com. dalecarnegie.com. Until the next episode, take what you thought valuable, put it into action, because idea application is what makes winners winners. So be one of them. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy, committed to your success here in Nippon.